Okay, today we're gonna talk about the truth about electric outboards. Are they just another flash in the pan boating gimmick? Or are they a legitimate option that is going to completely replace gas like electric cars? And we're gonna answer the question, are electric outboards really worth it? After all, they're slower than gas. They are significantly more expensive. I mean, the Epropulsion Spirit costs $3,000. The Bixby In3 is not too far off. And I was really hesitant about electric outboards at first. But after using them for months, this one being the newest, I have really fallen in love and found a major use case. Now, am I gonna get rid of my 5 horsepower Honda gas? No, but let's talk about what's really going on here. But before we start talking about if it's worth it, let's jump in it and rip it around so you can see what it's capable of and what it can do. Except the only thing is, it's bone shallow, and that's full of stingrays and crabs, so. Whoa, I just fell in a hole made by a fat crab. All right, we've got to push this sucker fairly quickly. Oh, I gotta get on this side. Oh, dadgummit, it's going. Oh goodness. Welcome. All right, let's trim her down. She even on? Yeah, she's on. Ooh, baby. Gosh, that torque is nuts. Oh. As some of you may know, the torque is for real on these suckers, so check this out. And forward. Okay, let's do that one more time. Let's stop. Don't kick up. You can lock it down so it doesn't do that. 3, 2, 1. She moves, dude. Oh, hit my own wake. Oh, this thing rocks, dude. Yikes. This boat's making not good noises. The torque compared to my 5 horsepower gas outboard is just nuts. Turn it sideways and rip it. Nice. Oh, the kill switch. The kill switch actually doesn't suck, which is rare for electric outboards. Oh my gosh. All right, first, let's talk about the most popular option in electric outboards right now, and that is the 3 horsepower. Now, this is the Bixby In3, and I've really fallen in love with it. Anyway, so the average 3 horsepower with the battery, this kind of model, it's gonna come in at around 45 to 50 pounds. So they are fairly light. Another thing that you'll notice that I really enjoy is that there is no external battery, there is no fuel tank. So this area is completely open, which I really enjoy. This is the battery, and it's as simple as throwing it on like that, plugging her in, and you are literally ready to go. All you have to do is hold the power button and you are set. We'll go ahead and do that. And I mean, it's that easy. The battery is waterproof, the battery floats. That's pretty hard to beat. Now this is a 3 horsepower equivalent, and it pushes this boat 6 miles an hour, and it pushed my 12-foot boat Rover just under 7 miles an hour. So it depends on your boat, your hull type, and all that fun stuff, but about 6 to 7 miles per hour, not bad. And the whole thing is designed to be basically dummy-proof, plug and play, zero maintenance, zero fuel, zero oil, zero impeller, nothing really to go wrong. It is as simple as an outboard can possibly get. Now let's talk about range. My only about electric outboards, especially this one. First of all, this Epropulsion E-Lite has a wide open runtime, and it'll push you about 4 to 5 miles an hour. Wide open for 40 minutes. Not great, Perfect for some use cases, not for mine. This you can run 6 to 7 miles an hour, 5 to 7, depending on what it is. Wide open for 1 hour and 15 minutes, much better. And if you go down to half throttle, then you're going to be at about 2.5 hours. And if you're kind of stopping, starting, fishing, moving around, then you're going to pretty much last all day. But it is limited on runtime. There's no external gas tank. A lot of these outboards, you can hook up an external battery, but a 48-volt battery ain't cheap. All right, let's move into the 2 major gripes that I have with electric outboards. And although I can personally see a lot more pros, these cons are big. Number 1 is the upfront cost. This Epropulsion E-Lite short shaft with a 40-minute runtime and a 4.5 average mile top speed, that is going to run you $1,150 before taxes. The long shaft is $1,250. The 3 horsepowers, they're all gonna be priced slightly differently, but they're gonna be in that $2,500 to $3,000 range. The Epropulsion is $3,000. That's a lot of money considering my 5 horsepower, which pushes this boat just under 16 miles an hour, costs brand new $1,600. So half price for over double the speed, and you throw in a $100 fuel tank, fuel line, and gas setup, well, then you basically have unlimited range. So although I only have 2 major gripes, price and range is huge. But some of the pros are significant, like 1, ease of use, no maintenance, virtually 0 ongoing cost. All of the cost is going to be up front, and if you have a gas, all of your cost is going to be down the road, really. But if you've never used an electric outboard, the torque on these suckers are crazy. So I really like the torque, and I love the silence. You can actually have a conversation running wide open throttle, 6.5 miles an hour on the way to your fishing spot. That's pretty valuable. I like to be able to talk to people. I like to be able to talk to you, the camera, the audience, while I'm still going from point A to point B. And it's not a loud gas outboard, so you can go a little bit faster, approach your spot a little bit closer, and not spook as many fish. Not to mention, there are a ton of electric-only lakes where a gas outboard flat out isn't an option. And a lot of people like to fish in tournaments in those lakes. Otherwise, you are stuck with a trolling motor going 3 miles an hour. Yeah, this setup is only $600, but it's 50 pounds, and there's 2 pieces, trolling motor and the battery. And, you know, it is what it is. 3 miles an hour, everybody knows a trolling motor. But being able to go to 6 to 7 for extended periods of time in an electric-only lake fishing tournament is huge. So right there, it's already sold itself. So there definitely are specific use cases where this stomps a gas outboard. Now, this is actually a con for me because I like this smell, but you also don't have to smell gas or anything like that, but I like it. So yes, I am super happy with my Bixby In3. And I still really enjoy my Epropulsion E-Lite for specific jobs. You got to get the right tool for the right job, whether it's a trolling motor, a 1.5 horsepower, a 3 horsepower all electric, or a gas outboard. No difference than using the right boat for the right job. I'm not taking this thing 10 miles offshore. This thing is so awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it blows this E-Lite out of the water. It is twice as expensive, but it's so awesome. Now, is this going to replace my gas outboard? No, heck no, not at all. I will never, ever, ever see an electric outboard as a replacement for a gas outboard. If someone came to me and said, Grayson, I think that electric outboards are the future, they're going to make gas outboards obsolete, where's that sun at? I would laugh in your face. Let's be honest, this is never going to take over gas outboards, just like electric cars are never going to take over gas outboards. And I do think that doesn't mean I think they suck. It means that I think that they have a very specific use case. Electric only lakes, smaller bodies of water, people who don't want to lug a loud, maintenance prone, unreliable, smelly, heavy gas outboard. People who don't need to go 20 miles an hour. They're not in that type of body of water. I mean, it is just such a good motor. I love this motor, but I love my gas outboard. And honestly, if I had to pick one, the Bixby In3, which I love, or my gas outboard, I'd pick my gas outboard every day of the week. But this has made my life a lot easier, and like I said, in specific use cases, it is a no-brainer. Gosh, I have to brace myself every time. And you can check out this Bixby for a lot more detailed information, pricing sheets, spec sheets, all that different stuff in the different shaft lengths with the link in the description. I will drop it down there for you to check out, as well as all of the modifications on this boat, including the Autoboat Smart Head, the E-Light, the battery, the foam, the kit, the whole thing. All right, I stopped and did a bit of fishing, and this thing actually works like a trolling motor at super low speeds. It's dead silent. I can actually maneuver myself along this point, and it passed the fishing test. I didn't end up catching anything. I am quite hungry. I wanted to give it a few tests, but I went into an area where I know is loaded with trout, and I was casting. I blew in full speed to see if I'd spook anything, and I was getting hit after hit after hit. Couldn't get anything to actually eat, but the point is it is silent enough to pull up to your spot, not spook fish, and still low enough torque that you can maneuver specific areas just like a trolling motor. In conclusion, I'm a big fan of electric outboards, but I'm honestly probably a bigger fan of gas outboards. Now, whoopsie. Now, I absolutely love this motor and would highly recommend it for your specific use case. But sometimes you just got that need for speed, baby. You can check out the Bixby In3 in the link to the description, as well as everything else in this boat. And if you'd like to check out my fishing channel, I'd be honored if you did. All the links in the description. As always, all the glory goes to our Father in heaven. Tight lines, and God bless.